The Bunker Project is still brought to you by Wix.com.
Unbelievable.
The easiest place to create a website online. This is Bunker Project episode number 128. And we are live to hard drive here in the Bunker Bar. We're going to talk about BlackBerry with the QNX Operating Systems Limited. We're going to talk about our favorite mobile apps. Bob's going to give us a review on his new phone, the Nexus 4, and much more. All right, welcome back to another episode of The Bunker Show. I'm sitting here in the den with Bob Garlick, who's taken some pictures of everybody in the room. And we've got a room full of bunker mavens, and we've got somebody in the hangout as well.
Yes, thank you.
So let's start the roundtable introductions. We're going to do the same thing as usual. We're going to say our name, Twitter handle, and this time we've done this before, but it's been a while, so we're going to say our favorite app. Favorite mobile app.
That's like choosing your favorite kid.
Okay, well then let's say the app that you use the most. Starting with Number Crunchers, because he's pondering really seriously.
Hi everyone, Randall Orser at Number Crunchers. The one I use the most. Well, you know what? I have to admit, it's mail. I mean, checking email. Probably next would be Twitbird Pro for Twitter. I can't think of anything else. My mind is blank tonight.
Twitbird Pro?
Twitbird Pro.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. Mm-hmm. If it's good enough for Guy Kawasaki, it's good enough for me.
So what's that called?
Twitbird Pro. Twit. Twitbird Pro.
Hey, Ken, you're coming in a little bit choppy right now.
What do you mean choppy?
Okay, you're better.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. No,
I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Okay, and then Bonnie.
Bonnie Sainsbury at B Sainsbury on Twitter. My favorite app. I think I have to agree with the accountant. I know. Gmail
Hey, I
is
gave you
number
candy.
one.
You have to.
And Twitbird Pro, that ugly. The bird is ugly, the little logo. But it is the best Twitter app, I think. I've taken a look at the new native Twitter app on mobile. It's better, but not as good. That's it. That's about all I do.
So when you say better, you mean better than it used to be?
Yeah, they've added some functionality, and you can actually use it now. You sort of couldn't before.
Is that app a paid app?
Nope, it's free.
No, it's free.
Are you kidding? Me pay for an app?
You're funny.
Bonnie would rather die.
Bonnie will pay for an app if it's a good app.
I actually have paid for an app, yeah. Once. Why is Bob taking pictures of beer?
I don't know.
Because he's the Blackbeard guy.
Where is my beer?
It even says on the webpage.
You can ask a lot of questions of why Bob does things. We just don't ask.
It's kind of like the sun. Like, why does the sun shine?
Mostly
why does the
because we
sky
might get
blue?
an answer.
Why is poop brown?
After a certain
Bob,
number
was
of
my
drinks,
face
he
in
just
that
needs to
picture or
take
not?
pictures of things.
Yeah, we need pictures. We need to document this.
Okay.
No, we don't.
So, moving along.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Who are you?
Yeah, BC_insurance gal. God, it's literally it's like picking your favorite child. I don't even have any kids.
But that's easy.
I have to say for Twitter, I use Hootsuite. I like their mobile app. It's really good. One of my other favorites is Cool Reader, fabulous e-reader app.
Okay, cool.
Bonnie, do
I'll
you
have
have
to check
anything to
that
say
one
about Hootsuite?
No.
Well,
And
okay.
actually one other one, Llama. Llama is fabulous for Android because you can set different zones for different sounds. So I have it set so between midnight and 7 a.m. it stays silent at home. And you can have it set so it recognizes different areas and it'll go, oh, they're going into a meeting in this place again. I better be quiet.
I'm
Wow.
impressed.
Very cool.
So my question for the Hootsuite app, do you use it to schedule posts like you do with Buffer, or are you just using it to view and organize your streams?
I use it to schedule when I'm on mobile. I only
Okay.
use it mobile. I use Buffer if I'm, where I would usually schedule most of my stuff. But if I'm trying to retweet something or do things mobile, I do use Hootsuite. It's easy to use, easy to set up, and I haven't found any hitches in it.
Okay, cool. We got the movie maven / crazy TV talk maven dude.
All right, so I am Marcel Lapointe on Twitter at Crazy TV Talk. I have to say, picking my favorite app isn't so much like picking my children as much as it's like picking the only app on my phone. So I would say IMDb, maybe Drawing with Friends, though I never use it, or Twitter, because those are the apps on my phone. And I'm the one gay that doesn't have Grindr. I should get like an award.
What the hell is Grinder?
You're
Don't
not
worry,
gay.
Ken, you're not missing out.
Oh, maybe he is.
No, there's a new one,
no,
Grind
that's-
Buddy,
no, that's not-
which is real hot.
Is
Right?
that like Grindr for kids?
And we've got the, I don't know what maven Byron is. What maven are you?
He's the flowers maven.
The flowers
Oh,
maven.
the romantic maven.
He doesn't want to
This
speak on
from
the mic
Marble
because
the
he's
Flower
shy.
Getter.
Yeah,
No,
he
I
will.
think
He'll say hi.
you can be a romantic maven.
You can say hi.
Oh, very
his
nicely
mic wasn't
done.
on.
Yeah, is it on? It's on.
No,
He's on.
it wasn't.
No, I couldn't hear him.
Oh, yeah, there was trouble with that mic
No, don't
earlier on. Do you want me to fiddle with it?
What's
All
your
right,
favorite
well-
app,
Jump in
Byron?
there.
Yes,
Jump in
Bob,
there,
fiddle with my mic.
Hey, excuse me.
Adorable.
Bob is going to fix Byron's mic.
Where's my beer, damn it?
Okay, Mike is on. What's your favorite app, Byron?
Twitter.
Twitter.
Twitter, yeah.
Twitter.
The original Twitter app. The
Byron and I are both very old school. We both just have Twitter on our phones. We don't have like Twitter apps. We just have the Twitter app.
yeah, okay.
I never realized there was anything more.
Ah, there you go.
Okay, so Ken.
Keep hanging out with us. We'll teach you
Yes.
stuff.
Ken McGrath at Ken AMCG, and I have two actually, and I'm gonna say them both. Power Toggles, which I really like, and Goodreads.
What does Power Toggles do?
Power Toggles is a little thing that puts a bar on any page you want that you can turn any of the core functions on, data or screen orientation, LED flashlight, you name it. It has just every sort of thing you want on it. Turns on USB and Wi-Fi, and you can put this little bar on any page. I love it.
Cool. And what kind of beers does the bar serve?
The best.
You can get black beer there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, and Cool
yeah.
Reads?
Oh, yeah. Good
Goodreads.
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 Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it
a good
keeps
one.
track of all the books I've read and all the ones I want to read. So when I go into a bookstore or I hit the online library, I know what I'm looking for. I know what I've read because I tend to read full series of books. So there's like 16 or 18 in a series, and sometimes I forget which one I have read and which ones I haven't. So I use that to sort of say, okay, I've read this one. Yeah, okay, good. I've read that one. So I don't have to buy it like the fourth time.
I,
And
I signed up for
I've done
Goodreads. I signed up for Goodreads on like their website.
Yeah.
I've never used the app, but I should, I guess, get back
the app
into
is
it.
the app is where I use it because that's when I'm out and about.
Well,
in
yeah,
the
exactly.
bookstore.
Goodreads, I remember I signed up and I thought it was pretty cool and just got lost in the sea of other sites I signed up on. But if I had it on my
Yeah.
phone, I would probably use it more. So
No, I'm liking it.
I just use
Keeps a
Kobo for
database
that.
on your phone.
Nice.
cool. Bob.
Yo, Bob Garlic. Garlic
Bob.
with the CK at the end. There you go. Sorry, I was actually texting right now. So hanging out at hashtag Bunker Live with the gang, Great Black. I haven't finished spelling the word black. Beer.
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 That,
Beer.
I knew you
There
were
we
gonna
go.
say that.
Well,
With-
you got a
Stop
gang.
texting me during the
I want
show.
a gang.
Yeah, yeah. With
What are you texting during a social media talk show?
Talk to him
with
later.
cool
Bob.
people. All right. Okay. Oh, wait, there you go. Done.
Cool
And then-
peeps.
Yeah, people. I'm old. All right, I'm sending it. Yeah. So that's cool. The reason I'm doing that is by doing the hashtag connected with that app that we've got hanging out. What's
Rebel Mouse
it? Rebel Mouse.
on Uncensored Social Underground, so it'll appear on the wall.
I actually have an on-topic question.
Oh
Uh-oh.
my God.
Now, we dissected Glossy for about 18 hours back in the day. And Bonnie has been posting this Rebel Mouse stuff. And when I
Yeah,
click
you
on
missed
it,
the last show.
well, I wasn't here. I have
I
a
know.
job, you guys. Is Rebel Mouse the new Glossy? And just answer short if you guys already covered it in depth.
Yes.
Sort of.
It's not as good, but it's a reasonable substitute, and it's getting better. And there are certain things that are better about it than
And you don't
Glossy,
have to pay
but the visual organization of the Glossy page is better.
Yeah, I just think that's a great concept.
Except
Also, Byron's looking up apps while we're talking. It's adorable.
You were going to say something about Rebel Mouse?
No, I was going to say Glossy, even though it's a better app, was going to charge us. And
Yeah.
they did it in a very clumsy way, so they annoyed us all.
Yeah. I'm wondering if they just ran out of money and couldn't afford to be in business anymore and just decided to, or couldn't support the growth and decided that they weren't going to do it anymore.
I don't know. I wrote like 4 paragraphs of why I thought they were the devil incarnate. And the president of the company got back to me in about 20 minutes.
Ooh, that's pretty
nice.
cool.
Really?
I'm still not paying $95 a month, so I
You
guess
should
it
have
wasn't
offered
that
you a free
nice.
subscription.
If
That
he
is
was
how much
smart-
it is. Is that how much they're going to be charging? $95 a month?
No, $9.95 a month.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Oh no!
But still.
If he was smart, he would have looked up the fact that I've got 100,000 followers and
And that you're
given it
half
to me.
of Women Talking Tech, and
and
that,
that
you're
I'm
a bunker
part of the
project.
Bunker Project and a bunch of things.
Holy
Messing with this
smokes.
chick. She's happy.
That was crazy.
Anyway.
that was
Yeah,
dumb
we
on their
forgot to
part.
push Women Talking Tech tonight.
Okay, so yeah, Women Talking Tech. We've got 100% of Women Talking Tech in the room right now.
That's how powerful we are.
There you go.
Yeah. So my favorite
We are
app right
in the
now
house.
is Andrew McGivern at Podcast Hero on Twitter.
Hey.
My favorite app, or the app that I use the most on a daily basis, is Zeit. I'm still using Zeit. I love it, and I just every time I use it, it gets better and better, and everything that comes in my top stories is exactly what I want to see.
So Zeit is basically a top story scraper?
It's an RSS kind of social feed reader. So you put in your Twitter, you put in your Facebook, and you put in various other channels and your Google Reader. And so it gets an idea of what kind of content you like, and it feeds you that. And then you plus up, like give it a thumb up or a thumb down, and it remembers what you like. And it's like Stumble Upon,
Yeah.
but in an app. And then and you can go into other topics and things like that if you want to, look for very specific topics. But if everything that you like, it remembers that and it starts putting that in your top stories.
But in combination with Buffer, it's very
Oh yeah,
powerful.
and that's where it's cool. Like it allows you to quickly filter through a bunch of content that is tailored to what you already like, and then you just +1 it. Then you open it in Safari or in the browser on an Android phone, and then bookmark it to Buffer, and it select the profiles you want to submit it to, and away you go. It's done.
Nice.
So on the SkyTrain, I can do a week's worth if I wanted to do that. I could.
But of course, that would be terrible. to
Well, it could be
schedule.
terrible because
never admit something like that to Bonnie, whatever you
Yeah.
do.
No,
scheduling.
I schedule everything in.
yeah, the only downside to
That's
scheduling
terrible.
too far in advance is that all of a sudden,
It's
in
irrelevant.
Oh, yeah.
February you're getting Merry Christmas posts.
I only had one of those.
See.
Yeah.
So what is everybody using for to RSS feeds for podcasting on mobile?
On podcasting, so for a podcatcher software, I use
Podcatcher?
Yeah, that's the term that they use for
Oh, okay.
for iTunes or Zune or
I've changed mine.
I use Pocket Casts.
I use, I think it's called Dogcatcher.
Yeah,
or something.
Dogcatcher is a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Dogcatcher?
still prefer. I like Pocket Cast better.
I just have a really hard time with downloads of them not being able to download from that. So there's some
Yeah,
sort
it's
of
weird.
connectivity problem. So
Maybe it's an
I
Android
gave up
thing.
on it.
I've never had a problem on my iPhone with it.
Maybe it's just iPhone.
I've got it on my
iPhone
Android
centric.
phone too, but I don't use that as my primary because I don't have enough space. But what do you use, Ken?
I'm trying to find one.
Well,
Oh.
I would say
mean,
this
I put
one.
it in. I put it in and got both names, of course. But I thought, well, okay, I better get a recommendation before I actually
really
download it.
like Pocket Casts.
I use Podcast a lot, but I was finding that I would hit download show, and it would try and download it, and then it would spend all this time and bandwidth downloading a show and then crap out at 59 megabytes and then say, oh, sorry, it didn't work. So what are you talking about? It's 59.5. So I was like, I don't care because I've got unlimited bandwidth, but still it was the time and the hassle, and it would never download. And now I got this other one, and it says boom, 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 boom. There's no, So, but with this one, tell me about it. So with this this new one, the dog catcher, is it dog catcher?
Yeah, dog catcher.
Yeah, dog catcher. I've had no problem with all the shows that would give me a hard time. So
Really?
I don't know
Okay.
what it was. I think there's some sort of bandwidth limitations built in, or
I think I know what it is because I only download my my podcasts over Wi-Fi on Pocket Casts, and I think
no, I do the same thing.
But when I do when I did download it via 3G, they kept coming up with little warnings. Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to do this? So
No.
maybe that's what it was.
No, not for me. It was I've done it with Wi-Fi, whatever. I'll be downloading, and it's downloading no problem, and then boom, we're at 38 megabytes, and then 2 minutes later, it would still be at 38 megabytes. It's like, we can't finish it.
So it would do that
it's something
even on
lots of
on
shows.
Wi-Fi.
I mean, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to download like 5 or 6 shows at the same time because I got massive Wi-Fi. I put it right beside my Wi-Fi receiver and it's like, here, download these 7 shows. And
Well,
it
Andrew,
couldn't
you're
handle
sitting
it.
beside him. Give him a smack.
No, I do that too. I do that.
Fine,
No,
sure.
I'll do that too. I'll see
This is
because
a
a lot of the
serious
shows I
computer.
listen to, they release new episodes, towards the end
Oh,
of the
that's
week.
true. Okay.
And I just say, new episode, boom, and I go open the next one, boom, 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 and I download them all at the same time. And with Pocket Casts, I have not had that issue.
It's weird. Well, maybe it's because
I'm
you've got
using it on
an
the
iPhone,
iPhone, though.
right? So that's the thing. On an Android, Pocket Cast doesn't work that well.
I do.
So-
I do use it on. I do have it on my Android phone too, and I used to use my Android phone as my primary phone. It's weird. I use my Android phone as my voice phone, and I use the iPhone for everything
Your
else.
toy phone.
For just because.
And you can do searches
When you're
for
drunk.
subjects and all that sort of stuff on them as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The search
good,
the search feature on
Good.
Podcast is great.
I
Dog
got
catcher is
something to
good.
play
There's what's it called, Downpod or something like that. Downpodder, I can't remember. That one apparently is really good too. Hey, throw that question on the podcasting resources group. You'll get a ton of awesome answers.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh,
of course,
yeah.
Yeah, throw that question
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah.
So
The mobile,
combined
yeah.
with Bob's and my suggestion and everybody else there.
But
you'll get
say
some
the
awesome
platform
answers.
you want to do it for Android, for iPhone.
Yeah,
right? Because
for
that
Android,
I
yeah,
think it will make a difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it probably will.
Cool. Excellent. Very cool.
Okay, so last week we talked about the Apple iCar and stuff like that, and we were going to then transition into BlackBerry cars, but not really
BlackBerry cars?
not really BlackBerry cars, but BlackBerry already in your car, and you didn't even know it.
Oh, yeah, that's very, very cool technology.
Oh, the UN, the what is it? The UN or QNC?
QNX.
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 Yeah.
Apparently, it's really good.
Yeah. So BlackBerry, when it was 3 years ago that they bought QNX, and QNX has been
200,000.
around since 1980. They're a software company.
Just kidding.
And it's actually based on Unix.
Yeah, it's a Unix-based operating system. It's a
Doesn't get better than that.
yeah.
It's military specs.
It's a microkernel, real-time operating system,
Very serious stuff.
which is a mission-critical, stable, and actually the most secure OS ever,
Yes,
as believed
Unix
by
always has
most
been.
programmers
somebody
all
hacks
around
it.
the world.
no,
and,
that's the
There's
thing.
no hack, there's no hack in Unix.
It's been used in the drones for the military drones. This is the technology.
Yeah.
they use
Yeah,
in it. It's
like
the
there's-
best of the
You don't-
best.
you don't hack it.
QNX
It's a Rolls
chips
Royce.
are trusted by NASA mission control, nuclear power stations, high-speed train control systems.
80% of the car industry.
60%
Oh,
of
60%.
cars currently on the road are using a QNX chip. So QNX was purchased, I guess, about 9 years ago by Harman Kardon.
Yeah.
And
Blew
then
it.
3 years ago, they sold
Harman
them.
Cardon.
Yeah.
The
Harman
perfume.
Kardon?
Or
The coiffure specialist.
How do you
out in LA.
how do you say it?
Harman
Harman Kardon.
Harman Kardon.
Harman Kardon.
Harman
Oh,
Kardon.
Which
that
have been,
guy.
which have been making they've been making equipment for probably
decades.
30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Harman Kardon is more like stereos. Right?
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, it takes some expertise to make that.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
And
it's
they actually, I guess they
sound
saw
A couple of knobs that go up to 11. What the hell? You know?
they saw QNX
Oh,
as
Bob,
a way
don't call
to
yourself a
get
knob.
into the car entertainment system.
That's only the
industry,
operator.
right? because QNX has a high penetration into the automotive entertainment industry. So that's what I guess that's what
And
we
it's
saw.
and
Yeah,
apparently
makes
it's
sense.
Canadian.
It is. It's an Ottawa-based company.
Yeah, it's an Ottawa. QNX is.
So if
Is-
you
is-
They're probably
Ottawa,
paid for by the
yeah.
tax dollars.
So a few years ago,
Probably.
BlackBerry knew that they were in trouble with their OS, right? When the iPhone
Yeah.
came out
That
and
sucked.
blah, blah, blah. So they bought QNX and brought out the first version of QNX on the Playbook, which was the first QNX Neutrino real-time operating system to be released in a device, a mobile device.
So you think the 10 has that?
Business friend of mine used a playbook yesterday.
Yeah. And it's a great tablet.
They're
It just
still there.
was their marketing sucked and they were up against
the
the
Playbook, God.
the iPad,
And
which
a
had,
little bit of the features were a little.
They needed to come
off,
up with a
I
better
mean.
name.
Well, I'm not
The,
into that. They needed more apps. They
Yeah.
needed to cut the
yeah,
price
but no,
in
but
half.
they
I mean,
but what-
$900.
but what- the thing is with QNX, Android apps are easily ported in, and they could have done that, and if they had just didn't emphasize the point that you needed a BlackBerry to use it,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
I
that's
think
where they screwed
some
up.
advertising wizard at RIM thought, "Hey, wait a minute, this is going to be huge. This is the best. This is the best mobile OS ever. We're going to sell tons of these, and we might as well say that you need a BlackBerry so that people have to buy BlackBerries, and we'll sell more BlackBerries too."
Yeah, oops.
And instead,
Yeah.
they ended up selling
Nothing at all.
no playbooks because who wants to
Well, like,
change their phone?
It
just
was
to-
worse
my-
than that.
my-
They were selling that
my
about a
business
$600
partner-
loss.
Well, my
Well,
business
yeah,
partner
when
said
they-
that
Oh, yeah, at the
that
end.
within
Yeah.
at the end, yeah.
2 days ago they did a full upgrade on it, a full OS upgrade on it.
Well,
Yeah.
thank
But
God for that.
they're not called RIM anymore because they're just called BlackBerry, aren't they? Didn't they
Yeah,
change
yeah.
their
So
name?
when,
Change their
so
brand,
I
yep.
think
Yeah.
that was actually pretty smart because when they changed to when I heard that they changed the name, I was actually looking at a website that showed smartphone market shares, and I saw RIM, I saw iPhone, I saw Android, I saw Windows Phone, and I saw RIM, and then when I heard that, I'm like, okay, well, getting the BlackBerry name in front of people more
Yeah,
is a
make
good
more
idea.
sense.
It's
Yeah.
it's better for branding, right? Right, Bob? You're the branding guy.
I
Yeah.
deny it all.
So-
No comment.
I know nothing. I know nothing.
So when they came out with BlackBerry 10 is the QNX operating system,
Sergeant Schultz.
and
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Don't
So
coffin.
it's got nothing but rave reviews. But what I saw when I was looking into this QNX thing is that nobody's really talking about QNX
QNX.
as a business on its own.
Yeah, it's pretty
because
impressive.
it's been sitting there. It's been acquired by
Yeah.
RIM, but it's been going about its regular business this whole time. BlackBerry isn't pimping it out. They should be.
So what's
Yeah,
your
they should
theory?
be, yeah,
Andrew,
that's
what
true.
is your theory?
Because that would make BlackBerry more sexy. But what I think is that the QNX guys said, wait a minute.
We don't want
Sure,
you
it'll make
pimping."
BlackBerry sound more sexy, but it'll make us look really bad.
yeah, we could,
Yeah.
we could lose billions of dollars in military contracts.
by
So please.
association.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, but meanwhile, if BlackBerry used to be number one in the mobile game, 85% market share. Now they're at like 3%. But if there is a number one in the automotive
QNX.
embedded chips,
Yeah, it's
it's
QNX.
QNX
Yeah.
for sure. They've
Yep.
got 60% penetration,
very
and
nice.
they're in medical equipment. They're in
They're out of the consumer industries, basically. They're
Yeah,
B2B,
yeah, that's-
which is very
Yeah, they're
strong.
industrial.
60% in the B2B industry is
Is good.
incredibly powerful. I mean, consumer industry is more fashion. It's fickle. You can get in major trouble. You have supplies. You have spikes in your supply chain. B2B is very constant, very nice.
I'm going to ask a typically dumb question.
Attaboy.
I run into B2B all the time on the Twitters, and I don't know what that is because I'm not very smart.
Business to business.
business to business marketing.
Yeah, business.
So there's B2C, which is businesses selling to
custom.
consumers.
But isn't that all changing now? And they're talking about P2P,
Yep.
What's that?
people to people.
Yeah, peer to peer.
Yeah,
P2P.
that's just some
Person to
wanky
person.
stuff.
Peer
Yeah, yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
MLM network
Crap.
marketing.
So I can just
direct
combine
sales.
letters and numbers and say that I created something. And
You
that's the
bet.
term.
Yes, you can.
That's what the
There
patent
you go.
system's
Okay, I'm-
for.
I'm
Yeah,
doing
because there'll be a lot
I'm-
of people that won't have the guts to admit that they
You just
don't
can't use
know.
the RIM.
I'm doing
Yeah.
a B to M right now, which is beer to mouth, although it sounds much dirtier. sounds much dirtier.
Well, yeah, before it was M to M, which is martini to mouth.
Yeah.
All these
you're
things are
Church
mixing?
beer,
so
not
filthy.
Byron. Whatever. Go
But then,
ahead.
of course, maybe you're going to have a BM later. But
Oh, and then he has, and it was
TMI.
it was an SNS martini, shaken not stirred.
I thought it was dirty.
What? Filthy is the term.
BM
Filthy.
is dirty.
The
So
only
for-
part of
So
the full
dirty it
rant
needs
that
to be
was funny
spanked.
was the part when I was talking.
Oh, yeah.
So just to close off
Totage.
the topic of QNX.
Oh yeah, QNX.
They launched Car 2.0 in the Bentley, and I believe it's in the Tesla too.
Wow,
And
Tesla.
a number of other expensive cars. It's like right in the middle of your dashboard
Yeah.
between the driver and the passenger seat. There's a 17-inch vertical monitor,
So cool.
100% touch, and it looks like
Corinthian
really
leather.
cool.
Okay, so I've got a.
100%
I've got,
I want a
touch as
Tesla,
opposed
damn
to
it.
what
so
alternative?
I want to ask a question
I'm
here.
gonna flash some pictures.
If
to you.
Yeah.
money was no object, and you could buy any car that you wanted, would you go for technology? Would you go for flashy? It'll pick up chicks.
Yeah, you got my
Is
attention.
it going to go fast? What?
Gas mileage.
I would go for the Volkswagen.
I want a fuckmobile.
The Volkswagen Transporter 5 with that extended back, so that
very cool.
So that anyways, no, actually, I wouldn't
What is
because
it? I don't know what
you
that
can
is.
only
want
take
something
two.
with
You
good
can only
mileage.
take two people in it. So
Yeah.
what am I talking about?
I-
But money is no object.
well, it's $89,000 for that thing,
Aston Martin DB9.
but it's pretty cool. It's like the new Volkswagen camper van.
Ah. So no technology. You don't care about technology.
Oh no, I would get a Fisker Karma or a or a Tesla.
I want a Tesla. Tesla, I think.
The
Yeah.
Tesla Roadster or the Tesla.
Well, you can't get the Roadster in Canada.
Well, they don't make
If
it
money
anymore.
was no
Yeah.
object, you could.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
You could buy used one, but you
Like,
can't.
well, yeah,
they
you
don't
can
make
phone
them
them up.
anymore.
Look, I'm.
Marcel's
fucking
about
rich.
to
Make
say
me a
something
Tesla.
really disgusting, so come on, get it out.
No. It's so dumb. I can't even keep a straight face.
Attaboy.
If money's no object, can we like put wheels on the moon and drive it?
Exactly. Well, I was thinking
That's
like,
Doctor Who.
Could I get a shuttlecraft from the Enterprise or something like that?
Oh,
that you
yeah.
zip around in space. Now
I
that
want a
would be
teleporter.
Awesome. Yeah.
The funny thing is, if money's no object or not,
You get taxed.
no
a
matter
lot, though.
what car you buy,
You get taxed to death.
it's got a BlackBerry in it.
It's got BlackBerry technology.
Yeah, but if you have enough money, can't you have that removed?
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the issue. I mean,
Well, Ford
BlackBerry
removed
has
it.
a spotty record in making phones and shit and tablets. Why would I want BlackBerry in my car? I'm just saying. I wish James was here. He'd yell at me so much.
Well,
James loves BlackBerry.
He's on his way.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
James a big
Well,
BlackBerry
so
dude.
Christmas.
that was the whole theory Andrew had. Is like that's why they're not toting this is because
Yeah.
BlackBerry's got bad brand
I think
recognition.
Yeah.
because BlackBerry was being trashed in the
yeah,
media
because their
big time.
products aren't that good.
Well, the new product is
No,
awesome.
I disagree.
Everybody always says the new BlackBerry is great.
Oh,
and it's
James, we
never
were just
that good.
talking about your holy
no,
shit.
I've played.
He's
I've
been
I've,
out there for 15 minutes waiting for us to
I
mention
played with
James.
it. It's good. There's
I swear to
absolutely.
God, he waits outside until we mention him, and
I
then
know.
he comes in.
I know.
Now, do you say he's sporting a very nice brush cut?
All right, let's bring James up to speed with what we're doing. We're talking about QNX.
James, do some speed.
QNX.
All right, James, why shouldn't I be pissed off that there's a BlackBerry in my car? I don't want a BlackBerry in my car. They make shit.
BlackBerry technology, not a BlackBerry. Oh,
Yep.
not
so
much.
there.
Hang on, you got that working?
Yeah, there we go.
Ah, beautiful. Well done. Oh, well.
Yeah, so basically, just to
Hack along,
quickly bring you up to speed in a
Hack
nutshell,
along.
we're talking about QNX.
Don't make me come through the screen, Ken.
That's what she said.
James actually is very,
Double
very familiar with
bogey.
QNX.
Yes, yes, I am.
So QNX Operating Systems Limited, embedded chip technology company.
yeah,
They're in medical equipment. They're
they're
everything.
everywhere.
Xbox.
And
No.
they have 60% market share in chips in
Cars.
in cars.
Yeah.
So,
Why would you not want that?
well, the reason why he said that you wouldn't want it is Marcel
Yeah.
said that you wouldn't want it is because they make crappy phones.
Whoa.
Yeah, but it's a company they bought out.
Have you been drinking the Bosco juice?
Yeah.
What was my phone before this phone, and what was my phone before that? They're both Blackberries, and they're both pretty awful. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
nowadays.
but it's not a BlackBerry company. It got bought out by
Yeah, but
BlackBerry.
BlackBerry
for $200
just
million.
owns it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
BlackBerry-
It's not
yeah.
a BlackBerry.
No,
I mean,
no, they do own it, but we're talking about the QNX based
operating
system
Yeah,
in
and
the
that's
BlackBerry,
good.
and
That's
it's
good. It's a
awesome.
new
they
operating
just happen
system.
to own it, but they don't.
Awesome.
It's not BlackBerry equipment.
Yeah.
Everyone that I know that's used it says that it's hands down the best thing they've used.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really reliable. It has faster processing speeds. It's good for you.
And because of the microkernel processor, it can handle
Multiple loads.
multiple processes at the same time.
So you could totally be listening to your Britney Spears while looking for directions and making sure your makeup's good.
Look, I don't care if my multi-kernel Sanders thing can handle. I don't care if it can handle multiple loads.
I thought of
that's
all
filthy.
people, you would like something that can handle multiple loads.
You know,
Sure,
one
it
would
makes
think.
chicken wings in your car.
I'm
so-
there.
Oh man, that's a great idea,
That's an awesome idea. Chicken wings and beer.
dude. That needs
I
to
might
be
even
on.
pay for that app.
Yeah,
And then
Anyways,
chicken and waffle
it's
Lay's
a-
chips.
Bonnie wouldn't, though, would you?
No.
and just because we've got a developer here,
Yeah.
game guy, gaming with James, dude. Do you think that people are going to write like native BlackBerry 10 apps, or are they just going to port their Android apps over? Since it's such an easy process to port an Android app over, it's like apparently like a 2 or 3 step process. You don't have to redesign it or anything.
yeah.
And also, from what I've heard, they
It's
run
losing
really
their marbles.
well on QNX.
They do. They run extremely well. So, I mean, there's no reason to write. Well, I mean, you can write native applications. That's fine, but you'll have to do it for specific features of BlackBerry in order to want to do that.
Like the gestures and things
like the
like that.
gestures or the hub or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you might have to add a little bit extra into it, but it's going to be pretty straightforward if it is only 2 or 3 steps.
Hub's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, the hub is the one that seems to be the big thing people like.
Yeah.
And for enterprise, it's the BlackBerry Balance.
Yeah,
Because
they love the security of it.
What's really cool is you have your work profile, you have your personal profile.
And you can provision it either
Someone
way.
receives an email to their work email in their work profile, and they try and send the attachment. It strips the attachment if it's leaving the work profile, which is kind of cool.
The security for BlackBerry is much higher, which is why you'll see
That's
a
why
lot of
Enterprise loves it.
Enterprise, yeah.
they love it.
And it was always Enterprise before anyways. I mean, most of the guys in the C-suite, like Obama.
It was, but-
Obama had a BlackBerry.
Yeah, but no, it wasn't Obama.
But the consumerization of IT and enterprise has allowed the iPhone to take a pretty strong hold.
It's still pretty tough though. I mean, like a couple of weeks ago, I was at a mobile summit and he was talking about security and things like that, and the bring your own device problem for IT departments.
Huge.
And they found that just some malware could be a huge detriment to that. So
And also the lack of control. You just have to say, okay, this is the policy, and you have to trust everybody is going to be adhering to the policy.
plus, if
where
everybody has
with-
different devices, you're going to have to code for different operating systems anyway. So it makes it more of a pain in the ass.
yeah,
As
until it all goes to HTML5 apps, and then it's
And then BlackBerry's still going to do really well because they have
because they
awesome
have one of the
web
best,
kit.
the device that supports HTML5 the best.
Yeah.
Anyways, top 10 places you wouldn't expect to find QNX: Land Rovers and Range Rovers, Audio A8L. I don't know what that is. ADT Pulse, Time Warner Cable, Intelligent Home, Comcast Infinity Home,
Washing machines.
Rogers Smart Home Monitoring. Oh yeah, it is in washing machine, isn't it?
It is.
U.S.
Smart
Postal
laundry.
Service, DPSCS,
Laundry.
Dahlia.
You're not
Eastern
down with
Display,
smart laundry?
Intelligent Home Appliances,
My
the
jeans
world's
aren't that
highest
smart.
capacity router, anti-tank missiles,
Oh, I want one of those.
nuclear
Oh, yeah.
reactors,
Yes.
GE's Mark.
I'll pay for that.
Yeah.
Mark 6 control platform, the MQ-1 Predator drone,
Ooh, that
Yep,
sounds like
pay
fun.
for that too.
Predator drone. That sounds very
Let's not
Hollywood.
get drones.
and NASA mission
I've
control.
launched mine already.
Yes.
Ken, do not say you've launched your Predator drone. that is not something you should say.
Careful, you might get
Unless you wanna be
lobbed
on
off.
Dateline.
Yeah.
If
So-
you want to be on Dateline, sure.
So based on that, I think that BlackBerry, even if they don't, sell a ton of smartphones, they're going to be around for a while. And like Bob was saying
What's that?
before the show,
Ah.
that things do happen outside of North America.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
I was talking with some guy, and he was trying to give me this bullshit about BlackBerry's real fight is in North America, and then I slapped him upside the head.
Yeah,
Attaboy.
good for you.
Immediately, I was like, "You
way to
shut your mouth!" I said, Europe is where the fight is, and that's where it's going to happen." And
Not
all of a
Asia?
sudden, well, yeah, for sure, Europe and Asia. Those two
Basically
markets.
outside of North America.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know, and this guy's like, blah, blah, blah. I do mobile stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man,
But that's typical for North America. They have
how
no
old
idea.
are you? 50?
Well, it's true that it is true that the U.S. market is a profitable
What's that got
market
to do
for
with
smartphones.
anything?
Yeah, what's that got?
He
to do?
was he was one of those top tier dudes.
Yeah, they're just old hats.
Sometimes they are
It's
a little
okay,
old.
Ken, we'll smack
he's
him
like,
after.
He's like, you know what the new
Good,
kid,
you're
the
right
thing
beside
kids are
him.
using
Just
these
reach
days?
out.
The Tumblr. Do you guys use the
The sweet
Tumblr?
voice.
The Tumblr.
And I'm
Not
like,
yeah, I use it on
anymore.
the interweb.
yeah.
It is my favorite.
That
Batmobile.
interweb thing, isn't that
That-
something new and crazy?
Just because there's one stupid old guy doesn't mean all old people are stupid.
He was educating the rest of the old guys.
Yeah, well, that's
He's like, you know, these kids, they love the Tumblr. And I'm like, do you know what Snapchat is? He's like, no. And I'm like,
better than Tumblr.
oh, it's way better than Tumblr if you get the right people sending you
Yeah,
Snapchats.
absolutely.
So before the show, I took a bunch of pictures
Snaps.
with the
Did Bob
iPhone.
take a bunch of pictures?
And no, yeah, he took pictures with his
Andrew is posting
nice
it to
camera.
Twitter.
Andrew's taking nasty
But I took
pictures.
some pictures with
Oh, did my
the new
pictures come up?
Digi social app.
My
And-
picture should be up by now.
Oh, right.
if you
when
do-
you
if
made
you
me
do-
talk into your phone and didn't tell me why, and then I found it on the Twitter. That's cool.
Yeah.
And my name was spelled so correctly.
Oh, I know, eh?
Man.
Oh yeah, it was Marvel.
To be fair,
Marvel.
Marvel is a way cooler name than Marcel.
I
Like, way
think, you know,
cooler.
now we're going to call him Captain Marvel.
Captain
Yes.
Marvel.
Hashtag Marvel.
Or
Yep.
Shazam.
That's
Shazam.
hilarious, you
Shazam.
guys. It's so funny.
Shazam.
That's right. You gotta hit the refresh.
I just did.
Oh,
You all right,
maybe
Ken?
I spelled it wrong.
Gomer Pyle.
Gomer.
Gomer.
Wait,
Anyways,
Wait,
so
how did this become
Hey,
Gomer Pyle? No,
Are
no.
we
How
gay?
did this become Gomer Pyle? I would like to know.
Shazam.
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 Anyways,
Marvel.
So there's this
Shazam.
new.
Also-
We talked about Vine. I guess was it
Fine.
2
yeah.
episodes
Vine,
ago,
yeah.
or was it last
Yeah.
episode? So there's this new app, DigiSocial, which is a place where photos can talk. So you take a picture, and it's got all the same filters that Instagram has, basically. But then you can push and record an audio message and attach it to the image. And people are saying it's going to blow away Vine, and it's going to blow away other, whatever Pitch. You know Pitch?
yeah,
Pitch. I've used.
you
quite a-
love Pitch.
I've used Pitch quite a bit, but they say that it gives you the tools in your hand on your
Is
smartphone
Pitch
to make
perfect?
a short
Ayo.
movie really quick, because you can take pictures and stream them together. You take video and attach them together and put musical
about
soundtrack behind it. But really, what happens is you take all these images and pictures, and then you say, okay, no, I can make it better. And then 2 hours later, you've got a video, not like two minutes later.
yeah.
It's a big waste of time.
What about Tote?
Tote.
Yeah, it allows you to.
Oh yes. What about Tout? I want to know your opinions on this.
I don't know about Tote.
Tote is something that people are using quite a bit, especially the television industry.
Especially Jeff Probst.
Jeff Probst.
Yeah.
So what does it do?
He used
And
to, like-
WWE is very big on the Tote.
Oh, gross. He used to like tweet and blog and shit, and then instead of responding to people's tweets, he started sending links to actual video responses called twouts.
Touts.
Touts. So
T-O-U-T.
basically, someone would be like, "Hey Jeff, what about this
think
on
it's-
Survivor?"
that's it.
And then instead of just reading his response, you have to click on a link and then watch a video.
Oh, God.
Which is so
God.
great. I think it's wonderful.
My-
Well, no, it's a good thing. I mean, it allows it for people that are in TV can throw it up quicker and be like, "This is somebody said to us," and then instead of
Is it-
hearing
is
just
it
a random
not quicker
voice,
to just type a thing into the Twitter?
My
Sure.
ADHD has gone into
Like I said,
Tout.
it's cool.
Tout.
overdrive.
Not a
Okay,
tote,
Tout.
it's a toot.
Toot.
Sure.
So Tout it
We're
out
in
is
Canada.
their
It's toot.
it's a toot.
Yeah.
Tout it out is their slogan.
Shout
Yeah.
it out.
Let's talk about Toot.
Okay.
Tout it
So
out.
so with the
You might
WWE
get
from
arrested.
behind
Hey,
it, some
so Canadian, eh?
so when they've been using this with the WWE, they've been getting on average of like 100,000 or something stupid.
But those
responses.
people can't read.
But they
yeah.
can get on the web
Wait.
camera and go, I think that you, CM Punk, should be beating The Rock.
Oh, that's because those people can't spell.
I've got three.
But I said
Hey,
they can't
hey,
read.
so that's the perfect
I'm
way.
tooting. I'm
I've got
tooting.
3 likes already on these pictures.
Cool.
from
I have a
DigiSocial.
friend of mine
Nice.
that claims, and I don't know how much this is true, but he claims that wrestling has a bigger social media presence
Yep.
than any other form
Yep.
of
Oh, yeah.
media.
No, that's the
Oh,
truth.
And
He's
when
right
I go
there.
and I look up wrestlers, it's true, and that
They pay
makes
them.
me depressed.
Also, the
Every-
UFC. The
every-
UFC has a
UFC
big,
and
yeah.
wrestlers both are paid to how many followers
Barely.
they get.
yeah.
I mean, John Cena has over 8 million followers.
I have legitimately tried to watch wrestling like 6 times in the past.
The Rock
3
has
months.
6
It's
million?
The worst thing in the world. Rock
has,
is good, though. I like
he has
it.
6 million.
So who owns
Facebook
the handle?
followers.
Does he own it or does
That's
WWE?
the WWE. You guarantee that it would be, unless, well, I mean, a lot of the times their characters are licensed, I guess, so they do get a percentage of their proceeds.
Yeah.
I
Usually.
prefer the WWF
Because it's their
pandas are
personality.
awesome.
But the thing is like the WWF or WWE has taken on Twitter to be crazy. So they use Tout. They're using interactive.
So Tout, this is the first time I've heard of Tout, and I just looked on their website, and it looks just like Keek.
They're all the same.
They all sound the same too.
Oh man, Tout looks just like Keek. What the hell is Keek?
Keek, Keek.
Yeah,
It's a short video update thing, just like the only one that
just
does,
like Kick Me.
And then
which
there's
is-
Vine, but 6 seconds with 6-second looping videos. Just
Did you hear what's
Boring.
happening with Vine though? That's been bad.
You mean the porn?
Lots of
Yeah,
people
Something
have
there's
Vine.
people posting porn, and it's been getting
6 seconds?
6 seconds
I know
of porn.
a couple of guys.
But still, some of these other services have been taking in these.
Wasn't me this time.
Bonnie, stop talking about me and Byron.
It's
Was
the
it you the
money
last
shot.
time?
6-second money shot.
I was at work the other day, and there's a guy sitting next to me spinning in his chair, and
But
he
some
does it
people-
over and over and over again.
That's
And I'm
a
like,
lot of work
What the
for
hell are you
6
doing?
seconds.
And he's like, making a Vine. Fuck off.
Okay.
I made-
And back to the show.
I made a Vine.
And so, DigiSocial is awesome.
yeah, I like that. I like that idea.
It's kind of
Is
a neat
that
idea.
only an iPhone?
I watched a video from so far it's only iPhone, but it will be coming. The problem with you get if you do an exclusive iPhone app for the first little bit, you get featured in the iOS store.
No, you don't. It's magic. That's how they decide.
Well, apparently,
That's what everybody's telling me. That's the way that the developer community talks to each other.
really.
Yeah, they
so
say
that's
that
a myth?
they say that it's just
They're all stoned.
no.
On This Week in Google, Gina
And all
So are we,
accountants are
so what?
crooked. It's like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
we're going to be talking about the same thing.
She's an Android developer, and she said that the reason why people do it is if
It's
they-
based on quality app, the quality of the app, the amount of downloads,
But-
and
But if you make an app that's only in the iOS store, they give you preferential treatment and feature
anybody
your
that's
app.
called up the Apple Store that has been trying to be featured says that it's magic.
Can somebody tell me why Bob's assuming the position?
It may be magic, but if you, in general, but I think you have a better chance if you're iOS
Hardly
exclusive.
likely.
It might be because you're iOS exclusive, but I think it has really to do with the quality of the app. The amount
Oh
of
yeah, no, they're not
downloads.
going to feature garbage. They're going to feature a
Yeah.
great app that is only available on iTunes.
Yeah,
Before they'll feature a great app that's available on Android and iTunes.
yeah. It's got to be
is
something
smiling.
different. It's got to be trending. It's got to be
Yeah.
yeah. You can try to call Apple and beg all you want, but they're going to tell you to screw off.
They
And
won't even
they do
answer
it random.
They won't
Yeah.
even answer the phone.
They won't even answer the phone.
They'll
So-
actually do that. They'll say screw up.
Well, they'll say like we'll take a look into it. We're not just going to be paid off to feature your application. I mean, Angry Birds back in the day, the way they did it was they went and hacked the system in a bit, but everybody else kind of has to play different rules now.
There's another app too called Just Saying,
Just saying.
and that one is Ricky Gervais got behind that one.
There's also Shoutomatic.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them.
There's a whole bunch of the ones where you can record your voice or video.
Yeah, and
throw it
at
up
first
there.
I thought that one was going to take off, but it hasn't.
you might as well
Then
just
you
make a
realize
YouTube
they were
video.
just saying.
I think if anybody, I think this DigiSocial, if anything, this one has a chance.
So what else
because
does it do?
Basically, it's a picture that you can record a message on.
Ooh,
So you can comment on the picture.
getting
So
repetitive, isn't it?
you can see the picture.
It is.
It's
comment
like
on
a
the picture.
living picture,
Yeah.
kind of like
I'm
reality.
So excited.
so why couldn't you just make a YouTube video?
You
Sure.
You
could.
could, yeah.
But I think
Could.
it's the instant distribution.
Yeah.
It's like
It's the
boom,
instant
here it is.
distribution. It's
You
the,
mean like
You're
YouTube?
sharing on Facebook.
You can edit with YouTube too.
Yeah.
And you can put an ad.
But no
it's
one
just a
gets around
different.
to that.
It's a different channel. That's all it is.
All right.
Yet another channel.
Same channel, same
Yet
stuff.
another channel.
Yeah.
So
bad
Same
time,
crappy
same bad
content.
channel.
who uses those password apps like OnePass or Bonnie, Bob?
Sure. Because I'm lazy.
I get the feeling Bonnie does.
No,
I have a Word document that's password protected. I hope I don't forget that one.
I was
All your
watching
passwords in it.
I was watching The Mentalist last night.
Just the one.
Well, that'll be accurate.
The Medalist.
The Mentalist.
The Medalist.
Just in case you're wondering, I did roll my eyes a little.
I was watching The Mentalist, and you know Van Pelt, the redhead.
The hot redhead.
Yeah.
The cute one.
She hacked someone's
Great
password,
smile.
and she said, "Oh, how did you get into the password thing?" Oh, I just tried some common passwords that people use. And she said, "Yeah, the idiot was using QWERTY as their password." And I'm like, "Oh shit, that's my password."
Yeah, like that's a pretty obvious one.
Are you being serious?
One of my passwords is for,
Oh my
No.
god! So if you're on
Oopsie.
DigiSocial
For,
right
you know,
now,
at
look
work
for
was-
my big eyebrows, and you
It was it was QWERTY, and I've changed it.
He now put a 1 after
Really?
it,
Yeah,
everyone.
he's Cordy 1.
Seriously, Andrew, shame on you.
Just while we're talking about you, can we change your Twitter to my big eyebrows? Because I think that-
No,
Yeah,
James.
I think
James
is onto
suggested
something.
that like a long time ago, and he said it's available, and I went there, and it's not. It's someone else. And his
What about
eyebrows are
unibrow?
way
No,
bigger
that
than
was
mine.
Andrew's eyebrows. That wasn't my big eyebrows.
Yeah, my big eyebrows.
Oh yeah, that's right.
If I start an Andrew's
think you should be
eyebrows Twitter
unibrow.
account, will
There's
y'all
already
support
somebody
me?
that has it.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
somebody has it.
So truly,
If I murder
nobody.
that person and take their Twitter
nobody
account, will
uses
you
a-
support me?
What?
What, one password?
vault?
Nobody
Why?
uses what?
That's crazy if you don't do it because it's like so much work if you don't.
You
Why
just
would
have
you
one
not
password
use a
for
pass-
everything.
Yeah, just use the
Exactly.
same one for
It's
everything.
like, and then you just change it,
No,
and
no,
it's
no,
like
no.
Like
remote.
QWERTY
It's
1.
all done.
Yeah.
It just randomly makes passwords for me. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and like every
Yes.
like however what my settings are, but I have a master password, and
Yep.
I just can change that one password, and then my
But
5,000 other
that's
passwords.
not 100% true because the
What about for your
the,
sex
the
search
Bunker
account?
Project password is a
different
pretty
set.
easy
Yeah.
password, Bob.
Pardon?
The Bunker Show password.
Oh yeah, bunker 1 2 3 4.
Oh,
Oh, now we've got to change. Now we've got to change. We got hacked, actually. I wonder why.
What?
Yeah, legit.
Did you
like-
get
Why
fake
would
hacked?
they hack you?
So Burger
I'm just
King,
not gonna
Burger
say
King
that.
got hacked.
You got
Oh,
fake
yes.
hacked?
big
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
that.
Oh, it was funny. There's a guy in town, and I won't tell you. He sent out a newsletter.
Stole meat?
Burger King get hacked. You should be very careful about your Twitter account getting hacked. It's like, who cares? You're some nobody in Vancouver tweeting out, and somebody's going to spend some time hacking into your account. I don't think so. Burger King has much more.
There was
kudos.
like 500,000 accounts that got compromised on Twitter, though, recently.
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, but it's your
So-
brand.
But not
even if you've
ours.
got 12
it doesn't matter. You don't
followers.
want to be hacked.
Well, didn't Jeep
You don't want
get
I don't know
hacked?
who said that, but it's stupid.
That was a fake hack.
I would like to be
Well,
hacked.
there-
I've never
there's-
tried it, and you have to try everything once.
Yeah, there's been companies that have been
I've been
claiming to be
hacked. It was
hacked,
awesome.
but they just do it for the publicity.
Oh yeah,
You see
that's
the
stupid too.
universe, you get
yeah.
really spaced
So
out.
Burger King got hacked, and then they made it look like they were purchased
McDonald's
by
got bought
McDonald's.
out.
Yeah,
That was
Yeah, that's
funny.
different.
That's awesome.
and then Jeep got hacked.
That's a fake one.
Yeah.
Oh, that one was
Yeah,
a
it
fake
was
one?
fake.
So the hack got hacked.
No,
No,
they
no,
didn't
it's
ever get
gamed.
hacked. It was just a way to
The
gain.
hack
Yeah.
was gamed.
Jeep was like, we're not selling
The
any Jeeps.
gamification
How do we
of the
sell
hack.
more
It
Jeeps?
wasn't
No,
a
it's-
Let's just say our
gamification. That
Twitter was
wouldn't be
hacked.
gamification.
No, they thought it was funny.
They just did it to get publicity, to get onto TechCrunch.
Never
Didn't work.
Well, that's gamification, isn't it? That's
No,
not-
the
No,
game
that's
of
just said they-
stupidification.
that.
Anyways,
Just
the lesson
put
here is
BlackBerry
that
in their
use one password.
Poor
use,
Ken can't get a word in edgewise.
No.
I know.
Way.
You got to scream,
That's
Ken.
because his
'Cause
volume.
his-
I got it cranked, and I can't get him any louder.
Dude,
I
he's
know.
used to it.
His
I love
new,
you.
Ken.
Ken's new Twitter
Speak
handle
up.
is my gray beard.
You're so creative today.
Yeah,
Ouch.
Okay,
I don't think it's as funny as Andrew's eyebrows.
is it time for? do you have
sure.
any-
Let's do it.
You're good to go.
Ready?
Good to
Get
go.
with-
There's some. Oh well, I guess this is 2 weeks from now.
What?
No.
What?
This is,
1
this
week
is
from
not-
now?
Next
this
week.
Is happening. It's
This
next
is
Oh.
next week. It'll be on next week.
I was gonna call in earlier today to be something, but
But you know what? Let's do your theme music coming up in.
and whoever said last week that gaming with James without James is better without James, you suck. And you'll
That was
never be
awesome.
my accountant ever.
That was awesome. It was like now
That
it's
was
time for
everybody.
gaming.
Oh, but
James.
somebody was more vocal than
Okay, ready?
others.
3, 2, and 1.
I
that-
love the way
and-
it counts down.
Now it's time for gaming with James.
James,
with James.
Oh, James, gaming.
James is here.
Oh, James.
Oh, James.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. I thought that was
Marcel.
My name is James, and I like games like Mario and Duck Hunt.
What is
You guys,
new?
my name's Marcel Lapointe, and I really like Survivor,
No, it's-
and I love my boyfriend.
Whoa.
And
Let's go back a second here.
Well, you got me there.
It's actually Marvel.
Shaz.
Marvel.
Yeah.
My name is Marvel Lapointe, and my sister is giving away a cake.
Ouch.
Here's the best
It's
part.
a red-
Here's
Giving
the
away
best
her
part.
cake?
We still haven't gotten the cake to that guy. But But don't,
But it
don't-
truly is a
It's
cake
not
that you
rotting.
can.
Wait. Don't worry. I think he's aware of how ridiculous I am, and he's kind of like, it's Marcel.
You can have your cake, but
No,
you
no,
can't
it's,
eat it.
it's
Yeah.
Marvel.
Marvel. Captain Marvel.
Marvel.
He's got the cake and he
Hey,
can't
that's
eat it.
happening now.
Because it's a non-edible cake.
I can see a new
Yeah,
logo.
even if he had the cake, he couldn't
It's
eat
just a
it.
picture of a
Yep.
cake.
Although it's made out of fondant, am I wrong?
Is it an ass cake?
Oh,
Talking about games
I
now?
wouldn't even get.
Dave.
No.
I want to talk
Jamie-
about
Speaking,
Angry Birds.
speaking of ass, did anybody see the PS4 press conference today?
Oh, did they make
So
an
you'll
ass
be
of
able to
themselves?
stream games.
posts
I am
about it.
actually
Stream
interested.
games to your
What's
friends,
going
right?
on? Talk.
Wait, go back. What did you say, Ken?
What?
Well, I saw a whole bunch of Google Plus posts on it, the video.
Did you
but
watch
I
it?
didn't get to see it before the bunker.
God, that was the most boring press conference
Accounting
ever.
version of
They
it.
blew
For-
Really? Is it going to happen? Is it
For
gonna
for a
happen?
hardware thing, you don't even get to see what it looks like.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
As
I know,
in
there
what
was
the
a lot
box
of-
itself looks like, no pricing,
You know,
no announce date for when it's coming out.
So basically,
That's kinda boring.
It's kind of like when they release a
Yeah,
movie, but they
we
haven't
hope.
had any previews and they didn't let anybody screen it.
Well, they did show quite a few games, but there was nothing that really made you go, "Holy crap, this is so next gen."
yeah, no.
Really?
There was
So I
kind of like,
heard,
yeah,
I heard
there's
you'll-
a share button right next to your control pad. So when you're like really into something, you're like playing, and then all of a sudden, oh crap, I've hit the share button.
I heard you'll be able to. I heard you'll be able to stream the game over
You
to your
can
friend.
stream it. Your friends can watch
And
you,
let them take
and then
over
you can let
control.
them take over. Sure, there are some cool things like that, but
Okay.
who's ever going to let them do that?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Most people are too involved in their own shit. It's like, screw off, Jared. Like, I don't want you to play my game.
Yeah, kill me. You're gonna kill me.
Yeah.
That's what
Okay.
your account is for.
I mean, sure, the PS4 is going to be cool. Probably things are going to be awesome with it, but
Yeah, for a
that
couple
was
of
seemed
months.
super boring as far as I'm concerned of the press conference. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" They get this guy up in the first 10 minutes that talks all about the software and the hardware, which is great,
yeah.
but he's a hardware tech guy, so it was fucking boring.
So on Twit,
And I like the guy; like he's nice. He made Marble Madness back in the day, a bunch of other
still.
games,
oh Marble
but
Madness.
Marble
still. You know, it's just
I
kind of
even
like,
played that.
but still, he's kind of just like, yeah, this is the PS4. This is awesome. And then you expect to see something ridiculous, like crazy demo
But it was just
of
bad.
something, and it's like, here's another FPS that you've seen before, except for it's shinier.
So on
And then
Twit,
you're like, okay.
on Twit, they were talking about like PS4 and Xbox and PC gaming being all in the future being all in the same architecture, so that
I don't know.
so that the games would be more compatible. And
Yeah, I doubt that'll ever happen.
no,
No, I think that if the guys on Twit, sometimes I'm like, are you fucking kidding
but
me?
the real game engine and things like that have made that possible.
Like, sure, you're going to be using Unreal 4 engine to build games if you're in a 3D environment, maybe, or Unity, or one of the other, flavors of game development.
Yep.
But you're still going to be porting for different software every time.
Yep.
So it's like, oh, this is the PS version, this is the Xbox version, this is the Wii U version.
Oh, and this is
They're-
the screen size.
This is the
version.
screen size. Yeah,
that's
these
the
are
killer right now.
This is the
5
50
screens.
This is the $50,000 you have to pay to get it regression tested, and if it doesn't pass, then you got to pay another $50,000. You don't just get to have to pay that forever.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything that really stood out. I mean, there was like the sculpting game, which was cool from Media Molecule. That's kind of interesting, but it's taken them 7 years to figure out how to use a Move controller.
So my question is, James, is the gaming industry stagnant because it's all been done already and it's just small?
It's not
iterations?
stagnant. It's not even close to being stagnant. I think these console manufacturers and Sony's stock took a huge dip on the Japanese stock market right after their conference. Like almost fell like 30 cents.
Stark market?
The Stark
Stark-
market.
the Iron Man
Yeah, the
market.
Iron Man market. I'm more excited for that than I am the PS4. Go Iron Man, go Iron Man 3. But it actually took a dip, like almost by 30 or 40 cents on the
Ouch.
stock market
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
right after their press conference. Like sculpting's cool, but we've had the Move controller for a couple of years. Killzone looks cool, so does some of the games, but I just
So there's no new big thing for games right now. No, there's no new. Woo.
like I don't know what I'm expecting, but I would have been like, here's the thing where if you look at the TV, a hologram of you appears inside of it or something.
All
I don't know.
right.
Something.
And it gives you some money and you can spend it.
Well, and
But apparently there was 4 microphones in the eye.
yeah, they have a thing that the controller identifies where you're sitting in the living room and all that other
Right.
good stuff. Light bar, which is similar to Kinect.
Yeah.
They're all kind of like similar technologies. I mean,
And you
it's
can use
until-
Netflix.
You can totally use Netflix
See,
still.
so there you go. That's the winner
And
right
and,
there.
okay, so here's the part. You guys
What
are
else is
social
her
media
machine
marketers.
good for these days?
Yeah.
You guys are social media marketers, and you might like this. but-
Sometimes, yes.
So it wants to personalize it to the point where you don't even know that you want a game, but it will already be downloaded on your system for when you're ready to press the buy button.
Oh, that's
Oh.
that Google thing.
How fucking creepy is that?
Well,
That's
I-
way creepy. That would piss me right off.
I actually had a question, kind of.
Well, you wouldn't know that it was there until you
Actually
went
hit
to
it.
get
But
so.
it's
Okay,
supposed
so-
to know you so
And you'd
well
be
that you're
pleasantly
gonna.
surprised that
Here's
it's
the thing:
there.
like we've kind of given up our privacy hardcore to
Yep.
things like Facebook and whatnot, and I think about like the Wii, which can see your entire living room, and they so much so that they made a gag in
Kinect. The
Paranormal
Kinect.
Activity. Oh,
Kinect.
Kinect. Sorry,
Yeah.
they made a gag in Paranormal Activity 4 about that, where it's like, oh well, there's these sensors that read your whole living room, and if we
Well,
turn
there was
the
there
sensors
was
on, we
there
can
was
see
you
the
know there
ghost.
was the conspiracy
So,
theory
like,
in the
what-
80s that said your TV could do that.
Oh, I'm sure it could. But here's the thing: we flat out know
No,
what
it
these
couldn't.
things can do now. We know that they can read the entire living room. They know where we are. They know what we're doing.
But-
and we don't give a shit. James, do you think that's cool? Do you think we should just keep rolling with this, or do you think maybe it's kind of not cool anymore?
It's a lifestyle decision. Are you going to be public? Are you not going to be public? And I think the best
do
thing
you
to
have
do is
Kinect,
be
James?
public.
It's not about being public. It's about your
Being
buying
conscious of it.
habits and stuff like that. Like it's more interesting that they want to try to take it that far, where they think they know exactly what you want to play.
You know what was
and
fun?
that limits developers like us when we're going to
Yeah.
publishers and other people and
Sure.
saying, "Hey, I've got this idea. I need this money to make this." And they're like, "Well, according to our demographics here,
Yeah.
like 87% of people don't even fucking like that shit.
Well,
to
that's
be
the
fair-
That's never gonna make any
To
money."
be fair, film and television
still
operate
happens that way.
too. But like, do you
Yeah,
think
That's the
Yeah,
whole
but-
industry's run like that. Film industry's run that way, right?
do you
Yeah, but
think-
Totally.
then a Steve Jobs comes along and says,
Well, so
something
here's what I'm
different.
thinking.
Yeah,
I
well,
think
there's
that
not
these
too many of those.
consoles, they're not limited in their lifespan. They're still going to be in our
Yeah,
households.
nice piece of equipment. Yep.
They're still nice. I use my Xbox more for a Netflix, YouTube,
Absolutely.
Internet Explorer
Yep.
things than I actually do gaming these days.
Use Explorer on Netflix on your.
Well, you have to.
Xbox?
There's Explorer on your Xbox. You can go download it. It's actually really
Really?
good, Ken. Yeah, you can get it today.
Yeah.
Wow, that would be so clumsy though.
But I
Yeah,
think
but it
I
doesn't
think
matter if
until
it's not
they-
secure because all they're going to do is hack into your TV.
I got a call from a client at work today, and she
was freaked out.
A little thing popped up on her iPhone. She was freaking out, and she said, at the end of the conversation, she said, "These are made in China. It's the Chinese government spying on us."
No, it's the American government. God, get your government.
It's the
straight.
goddamn
Not even
Israelis.
the goddamn
It's the
government. It's
Israelis.
Apple.
You
and the
did
government.
correct her, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, I said, "No, that's Huawei. That's not Apple. Huawei is owned by the Chinese government."
See,
Well,
I'm,
it's Huawei. There's no way Huawei is related to the Chinese.
I'm still excited for new software and hardware, but I think that we're at a point where our handheld devices we already have the processing power combined with the smart TV, where we're not necessarily going to have these box top units. And the picture, like when they showed this video of PlayStation will be able to go with you everywhere, everybody in this like terrible commercial was looking down at their phones and nobody's talking to each other. Everybody's walking by looking all sad, just looking at their devices. I'm like,
so it's a
this seems like
documentary.
an awesome dystopian future where it's like, you're not in my circle of friends. I'm not talking to you.
You
We're
don't come to my
already in that
podcast.
future. That's a documentary, man.
But it's weird, like I'm all for the PS4. I think it'll be cool. So will the Xbox 720.
It's about time.
Yeah, but maybe it's a little too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say.
You're saying we've already peaked.
Well, it's like there's the $99 Ouya.
Well, they have, yeah.
There's the, I can play 3D games on my Android
Yeah.
super quick.
Mm-hmm.
They're $7.
So
There's got to be something to bring you back to those.
To the $80,
Should have been
$90
about
games.
2 years
Yeah.
ago.
I kind of want to backtrack briefly. So everyone's kind of cool with this privacy thing because I brought it up expecting some kind of debate, and then everyone's like, "Yeah,
What-
they could see
what
your living room.
privacy?
Nobody cares. Whatever. Let's talk about other
You
things."
don't have
I'm.
I
I,
mean,
don't
nobody
really.
cares.
Look,
There is
every
no
day I go on
privacy on the
Netflix.
net.
Yeah.
I don't want a camera in my home recording all my
It doesn't
activities
record all your
You do have a
activities.
laptop.
and putting it up on social networks. But everything I put up on social networks, I just assume is going to be public anyways.
Like I'm on
I definitely want to
Netflix.
get dressed before you go in your living room.
That's right.
Actually, it's-
sometimes I look at my Kinect, which just sits there. I
No,
never
not
play it. It
necessarily.
just sits there by my TV, and I think it's the Eye of Sauron.
I just realized I should stop talking.
The one
because
good
for
thing
weeks I
about
was saying-
those-
That's creepy.
The one eye that knows sees it all.
For weeks I was saying we have no privacy and that's cool, so maybe I should stop talking and being all insensitive about it.
Well, the thing is you don't have privacy. I mean, I could tell you what Bonnie watched last week on Netflix when I turn on my Netflix.
Yeah, but only
sure
because
can.
she. But
She can see what I've
but
been
she
watching,
can-
and she's like, "Damn it, James, you watched so much How I Met Your Mother."
Yeah, but she can turn that off though.
fuck. No,
No,
Yeah, you
there's
can.
some parts you can't turn
now
on.
they
really?
now they've changed it. Unless you when you authorize it for well, I guess you'd have to go back through Facebook and say
No. Facebook you can turn off, but
Yeah.
the other stuff you can't. When I browse,
What your
I can
friends
tell
watch.
you. I can tell you exactly what James watched last week.
Yeah,
But if you, but that's because he's.
Well,
he's
we're
turned
Facebook
that
friends.
on Facebook.
Not everything.
we're
you
Facebook
watched.
friends.
Yeah, I know, but
And then it'll actually recommend me stuff. Then be
But
like,
I had an
be
option
like
to turn-
37 people have watched this movie. You should too. And I'm like, fuck those people.
Yeah, but I had an option
Yeah.
to turn that off.
I listen to Crazy TV Talk. Those are the only
remember.
guys that tell me can watch and watch.
Anything else for gaming with
Nobody
James?
listens
This ad
Crazy
brought to you
TV.
by Crazy TV Talk, the best place for
Like
TV information.
I know I'm being all doom and gloom on the PS3 and the game industry, but there's a lot of really bright shining examples
Okay,
coming
show
out.
me a shining example.
So Ingress is actually pretty decent if you enjoy walking.
That's my
And
second
if you
favorite
enjoy-
I
language
want to talk
next
about that.
to
Dude,
English.
have you been playing it yet? Because I
have.
registered and I couldn't get on yet.
I've already been playing with it.
Oh yeah, and so what?
The
tell
only
me,
problem
tell me.
is staring at your screen as you're walking, and it doesn't run in the background.
Yo, dudes, what
Those are
the
the
hell
only
are you
two things-
talking about? What's
Ah.
English?
Yeah, so
This is
explain
the
it.
this is the Google game, which is a location based game.
Yeah, it's a
Right.
reality
Where you
game.
go
I heard
around-
about that and tell me about it. I want to know. I'm serious.
Okay, where you go around
Actually,
and
Marcel, Bob talked about it on iChemcast.
Oh, don't get him upset.
Ah,
when am I going to be invited on that show?
I haven't listened. I didn't know that the episode is up, and I haven't listened to it. So
Have
I
you
will.
downloaded
Thank
it? Is
you.
it on the
Hard-
Or
internet,
is it-
Ken?
No, not yet. Not
Well,
yet.
then fine.
But it-
Oh, well, that's why I haven't listened to it.
So
it'll go up by tomorrow.
Oh, excellent. We'll all listen to it.
it is a cool little thing. I mean, if you're into walking or you're on your way, you can use it.
Yep.
It's pretty amazing, man. I want to get into it. I've heard about it
It's
several
kind of
times.
cool. I mean, it's
Have you heard about the one
like Shadow Cities kind of as well, which is an iPhone one.
Have you heard about the one where when you're traveling in your car or on the bus or whatever, there's the city that you live in is all broken up into to block squares, and as you travel through it, you own that, just like Risk, and then you collect them, and then if somebody else is playing the same game travels through the same square, they own it. So every day you lose territory and you gain territory. Very cool if you're a big traveler.
Yeah.
Like if you were like a UPS delivery truck guy, you would be fucking ruling.
Well, there's also Turf, which was one that you could go own buildings. Like I own the bunker and I own a couple other buildings around town. But there was only
it's
one
like
other person
mayorships.
playing with me,
Exactly.
and
It's
he
like a
was an
mayorship.
evangelist with Microsoft. So I was like, well, it's me and him. We're pretty much never gonna.
You know these. So there's
These are
the
augmented
casual
reality
games.
games.
Like I played what was it? Words with Friends.
Where's Waldo?
What was that game where you had to draw
Waldo?
draw
Draw
something?
something.
So I
Where's
played
Marcel?
that. I played that pretty hardcore for a while, and then all of a sudden I stopped.
mentioned that.
Everybody
And then
did.
I played Word with Friends. I had
And
like
then
18,
you
19
stopped.
games, and then boop, just like that, I haven't played all of a sudden.
It's burnout.
Forfeited
It's
all my
total
games.
fucking
done.
burn. Nobody has time to
Burnout.
do this
It's
stuff.
not that you
know,
don't have time.
Facebook. You got to be conscious of doing
Well,
it.
no, you get into it and you play it too much.
It depends on how many friends you have and how many requests.
It's like
you
pod fade.
I have
You're into it,
55. It's nuts.
Wow, you got
You
55.
know, 55 requests on Draw Something.
Games going on at the
I've
same
got
time.
and
three.
yeah, and you're like, I'd love to play with you. I know you're my cousin, or I know you're
Yeah,
my
whatever.
long lost
Yeah, my
ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
But all I really did on Draw Something is I draw something completely different than the word, and then people be like, "What the?"
Yeah,
Damn it.
That's what I did, man. Holy smokes.
And then you'd erase it, and then you'd draw the real thing. So they had to watch like at least in a minute and a half, and maybe that was what started pissing people off.
I played with people that just wrote the word.
I still,
I took that as a hint they didn't want to play.
yeah, I would too.
It's like, fuck you.
I do think that there will be interesting games. I think we're moving beyond our living room, and I think we have to find a way to connect with each other more than in a static
I mean,
environment.
physically.
Yeah.
I think we should get into orgies.
I think everybody should be doing bunker projects.
yes.
Bring back the 70s.
All right.
Yeah, free
Any last thoughts on gaming with James?
Bob's new game's going to be called MyKeyParty.com. It shows you all the key parties within the neighborhood.
Baby. Yeah.
They should bring
Yes.
back Key Party.
That was gaming
With James.
with James.
So how does that work?
With James, not those other people, but Marco's awesome.
I mean, what about
Actually,
us?
Marco
Did a great
awesome.
job.
He did a good job.
The other guy, not so much.
In the
I actually
hangout.
watched it.
Polo.
Cool.
I like that guy. I like how he's a very ecstatic about
That's a
word
bold
searches, but other than that,
game.
Yeah. All right.
All right,
We
back
got
to
some
the
voicemail
show.
feedback.
Oh, holy crap, we're okay. Well,
Okay,
Who could it
1,
be
2, 3,
from?
Norm.
Who could have left us a voicemail?
Actually,
All right, I got to do it again because
Actually, it was me.
everybody
yeah,
was
you didn't
talking.
count it down. We didn't know it was going to happen.
3,
Yeah.
2,
And 1.
If I don't get mentioned in this, I'm going to kill myself.
That's horrible.
I know.
Norm, the Norm Maven.
Hey, Norm.
Just building on to episode 126, had a quick question about Amazon Prime.
Oh, yeah, go
I
ahead.
was listening to another podcast, another show.
You listened to
They were
another
talking
podcast?
about Amazon
Cheating.
Prime being so great because
Oh, yeah.
it's
It's crazy TV talk.
shipping,
It's America.
access to movies and stuff like that, and also some books or something you can check out. Anyways, can you guys
Books?
tell me more if anybody knows more? Thanks. Bye.
Okay, I love how betrayed Andrew sounded. Like, you listened to
You listened
another
to it.
Norm, you
podcast?
slut.
You bitch.
Oh,
Legit,
Norm.
I think
We
Bob
thought we
here
had
is
something
the-
special.
We're not answering your question. The hell
Bob's
with
going
you.
to tackle Amazon Prime
Yeah,
because he
I think
actually
Bob.
was talking
Yeah,
about
Bob
it
is the
earlier.
Amazon Prime
All
expert
right,
here.
we
So
talked about it
Bob,
last show.
Get all
Check
up
out last
on
show.
that shit.
All right, tell you what. This is the way Amazon Prime works. You pay some money, you get amazing service if you're an American. If you're Canadian, you got to get some fake software so the software in Amazon thinks you're an American. And as soon as that happens, everything's cool.
I think
Legally, of course, right?
I think Norm mentioned that he does have some kind of router blocker kind of thing.
Well, there you go. He's covered.
Yeah.
Legally,
Okay,
of course.
now the
right,
problem is
wink.
that the videos that are for free, and there's like they got 1 million books that are free, but most of them are crap. But the videos that are free aren't that great. I mean, I want Whitechapel. What are the shows that I've mentioned that you're like, what? Where the hell did you find those? It was Amazon shows.
It actually is Whitechapel. You usually call it White Castle, but
Thank
it is
you.
Whitechapel.
Yeah, Whitechapel.
Good.
Thank you. I
You got it
finally
right
learned
this
that.
time.
Yeah, amazing.
You still call Buffy the Vampire Slayer Buffy the Vampire Killer, but you got that
yeah,
one right this time.
I know. No, at least it's better
Art.
than Buffy the Vampire Slut. So.
By a
And
nose.
Even though that's
I'm
true,
going to
too.
start calling you guys Kumar and Harold.
Do a
Who's
podcast.
who?
Which one's Harold and which one's Kumar?
Yeah, I want to be Kumar, man, because he gets the bigger joints.
Buffy the Vampire
So-
Slut? Is
so
that a real thing?
What, Kumar and Harold?
Buffy the Vampire Slut?
Yeah,
It's a porno.
yeah.
Probably a porno.
porno.
It's always
Yeah.
blonde
So,
that does vampires.
Bonnie was going
That's
to
a real
say
boss.
something.
Yeah.
So
Uh-oh.
I want to
Yeah.
get this straight.
All right, get it straight.
I'm a Canadian.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Really?
And I
Well,
pay money.
Thank God we covered that.
And I
Oh.
pay money
Yes.
to fake being
An
an American.
No,
No,
an,
no,
an
no.
American IP.
Okay.
Yeah, but
That's
you don't
much
have.
cooler.
So basically,
Much
Amazon Prime gives
other
you
words,
like
yeah.
next day
IP
delivery
too.
or same.
Look at it this
same
way:
day delivery.
you're basically snubbing Homeland Security.
Yeah.
So that's a much cooler way to look at it.
Oh, so would that mean the
The views of the Bunker Project and those expressed on the
Look,
Bunker
and-
Project.
Well,
are-
actually,
Yeah.
I
RCMP.
never thought. I
Or
never
those are
thought
the
about it that
individuals.
way. But
All of a sudden, it's going to be.
if you were making your IP American, that means you're giving access to your computer to Homeland Security.
Yep.
you could be.
Absolutely.
It's all of a sudden, it's like all of a sudden it's going to be like.
Just kidding, Homeland Security.
I'm
Hang on, I'm
gonna
downloading a show.
Yeah.
I'm
Knock on the
disabling
table.
my
Can't come to the
my
door right
media
now.
Okay.
hint.
When
Okay,
you knocked on the
hang
table,
on,
I actually
hang on,
looked
hang on.
around like someone was at the door.
Hang on. If
Okay.
you actually think that the U.S. doesn't have access to your shit anyway, you are in dreamland. I was.
They don't.
No, I
mean,
went
I was a
Homeland.
privacy officer for a very large public company.
You
and
were a
it's like-
privacy officer?
Yeah.
I'm very
Oh.
worried about my privacy now.
You should
Anyway,
It's
basically.
because she doesn't touch your privates, Bob.
Is it weird that I don't hear?
Okay,
It's
let's
the
go
opposite
back
of what I
on
was thinking.
topic.
The show is descending.
You were
into
thinking
hell.
she does touch your
Backtracking a
privates?
bit. Is it
About
weird?
something in the real world,
She was.
not
yeah.
James's
Enough,
fantasy land.
enough internet porn, please.
So, like, what's weird is I'm not
James,
too-
that video was private. Shh. Anyway, no, but it's
Cosplay
like
at its
I mean,
worst.
there's treaties between both countries, and if the U.S. wants to look at your shit, they can look at your shit.
Yeah,
You
but
know-
they don't have automatic access.
Well, they can look at.
Whereas they do
Well,
if you're in the
pretty-
States.
Pretty much, because like if they ask Canada, you think Canada's going to go no?
Yeah.
Canada's going to go, oh yeah, okay, go ahead.
Always
It depends on the
Harper
it
will.
depends
Yeah.
on the
Go-
situation.
Go ahead,
Our,
eh?
hey,
They
the
can't
prime minister
stop
we
them.
have. The prime minister we have now definitely said, "Oh, let me just bend over."
No, it's like
you
go
want
ahead,
some
eh? You,
lube?
you can look at anything you want.
You know,
No,
that's our
seriously,
prime minister
there-
now.
there's-
fairly confident he won't say that.
They barely-
but he
Trust
would,
me.
he would
I don't
be
think
like,
he
yeah,
likes
you can
lube.
look at our stuff.
No, he would. He would.
Okay.
He would.
No,
they
Yeah.
barely need to ask.
he'll say, "Oh, can we use beaver?"
I was
gel?"
trying to make a joke about how he's homophobic. He wouldn't say
Whose
that, but he
phone
would
is
let,
that?
it, let everyone look at our stuff. Yeah.
Bobby's
Bomb.
phone.
How rude.
Oh my
Yeah, but
God!
that's
He's
not
answering
public
his
persona.
cell phone.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Randall gives some candy. it tastes like poo.
Yeah, thanks
Only
to
yours.
Randall.
Only yours.
Just kidding. I love you.
Randall at Crunchers is giving everybody some candy today.
It says hearts and flowers, poetry, love
but it
songs,
kinda
ribbon
creeped
and
me-
bows.
kinda
Yeah, I'd
creeped me out
rather
when he
have
said
the chocolate
candy,
too.
little girl.
Yeah.
From Number Crunchers.
I've got lots of
Give away
candy.
some candy.
Would you like some candy?
Very cool.
Isn't that like code for cocaine?
a nice card,
Oh,
and,
spider
and
bit.
he gave us candy at Halloween too.
Yeah, is that?
That's what they say at the Marble Art.
I just like I like Halloween candy better than Valentine's Day candy.
And James came back with some macadamia nuts and some stuff like that from
Yeah.
I
Hawaii.
did.
Very cool.
I don't know.
That was 2 years ago.
James gave his nuts away.
I did.
All right. Thanks for listening to another
Poor kid's gonna
episode
piss himself laughing.
of The Bunker Show. Call us at 1-877-636-1474.
Call
Leave us a
Norm,
question,
please.
damn it.
Norm, call us back. And we will talk to you again next week
Post on the Facebook page.
on The Bunker Show.
Woo!
To the robot.